Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Coming up on The Zone Extra, wrestling champions are crowned and teams are heading to the field house in girls basketball.
The idea of making history is kind of a big deal for our community right now.
Tonight in the Coach's Corner, meet the man who helped Perry Meridian put 9 wrestlers in the state finals. Plus, our athlete of the week is excited to be a future Hoosier.
I just think IU will offer me the best opportunities athletically and academically. So I think that all that added together led me to commit there.
It's time to get fired up. The Zone Extra starts right now. Hi, everybody, and welcome to The Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a week of high school sports action with a new group of wrestling champions, girls basketball titles on the line, and the boys hoops tourney just days away. In our Coach's Corner tonight, I'm joined by the coach of one of the state's top wrestling programs, Perry Meridian's Matt Shutley joins us, plus our athlete of the week is a 4-star junior recruit who will be staying close to home for college. Olivia Ray has more on CJ Gunn of Lawrence North, and you won't want to miss our top play of the week, courtesy of the Marion Giants, and find out how you can be a part of the show in weeks to come. Now let's take a look at this week in high school sports. Trips to Bankers Life Fieldhouse were on the line Saturday as girls basketball hit the semi-round, state round that is, in Class 1A. Greenwood Christian faced Lagodi for the second consecutive year. The Cougars fell behind early back, trailing back here, cutting the deficit to 4 in a final minute. However, the Cougars are too tough. Lagodi wins 43-33 and will face Pioneer in a rematch of last season's title game. And in Class 4A, it was Brownsburg taking on Franklin Community. Brownsburg led by 7 at the break, then turned up the defensive pressure in the second half. They would hold on the Grizzly Cubs to a season low 27 points. Senior star Allie Becky paces the Dogs with 31 points, and for the first time in program history, Brownsburg girls basketball will play for a state championship.
It feels pretty good, especially knowing that we are like the only team that's made it to state for Brownsburg. Feels pretty good, and I mean, I would be here without my teammates right now. I'm pumped for this weekend, and I'm very excited to get on the floor on Saturday.
Just to play at Bankers Life is awesome, and to be in the final game is even better. So, and to have our community, really battling to get tickets, it's been nice. And Brownsburg always has really good community support for their athletics. So, just a great experience for our kids.
All right, congratulations to Brownsburg. And in Class 2A, it was Tipton taking on North Judson up in Logansport. The Blue Devils took an 8-point lead into the break. North Judson gets the lead down to 4 by the end of the third period there before Tipton stretches it back on to the fourth. And the Blue Devils win by 18, are headed to Bankers Life Fieldhouse tomorrow night.
It's school history for any basketball team from Tipton to have won a semi-state and gone to state championship. So the idea of making history is kind of a big deal for our community right now. Last Saturday night when we won the semi-state, the drive home, there were people along the sides of the road. We got downtown Tipton, and there had to have been 300 or 400 people surrounding the courthouse, and the fire trucks and the police cars met us. I mean, it felt like a Hoosiers moment, from the movie. The community is so excited for the opportunity for these kids to win a state championship.
How about that? Good luck to Tipton. Okay, so let's take a look at the 4 state final matchups coming up this weekend. First off, Friday night. Yeah, a little change of plans this year, of course, of COVID-19. Tipton takes on defending 2A champ Lytton Stockton Friday night. Then it's a triple header, folks, of action on Saturday at the Fieldhouse. Pioneer and Lagodi, they tip things off in the 1A title game. In Class 3A is South Bend, Washington taking on Silver Creek. And in the nightcap, Brownsburg meets Crown Point for the Class 4A title. Should be a great action coming up this weekend. All right, in boys basketball, hard to believe, but we are in the final days of the regular season with sectional play getting underway in less than a week. But there were still conference titles to be decided last week. 5 teams entered last week with a shot at a Hoosier Crossroad Championship. Fishers topped Zionsville by a point Friday night to grab a share of the hardware. At Brownsburg, the Dogs face Hamilton Southeastern, with the winner also becoming conference champ. A strong effort from Pierce Thomas gives Brownsburg the victory. And Westfield also wanted a share of the conference title as well. The Rocks go on the road to Franklin Central and picked up a 6-point win. That makes it a 3-way tie for the conference title. Congratulations to Westfield, Brownsburg, and Fishers getting those titles there. And last Sunday was the annual sectional pairing show. One of the toughest sectionals, of course, in the state is Class 4A Sectional 10. Yeah, you know the deal. Being played at Tech this season with 4 teams ranked in the top 10 and all 7 teams currently above 500. Defending sectional champ Lawrence North knows it won't be easy to repeat.
It's tough. It's one of the toughest. So play hard, you know what I mean? And they're most of the better, tougher city teams, you know what I mean, that we play most of the time throughout. So it's now everybody in one. And only one person can make it out.
We play 5 or 6 of the top 10 anyway. So and so it's just another one of those great games that you'll talk about when you're an old man, and you hope you come out on top in it.
Oh, the legend himself, Coach Kiefer there. All right, so here, let's take a look at the brackets for Sectional 10. Tuesday night, it starts with Christmas Addicts taking on Tech. The winner of that game moves on to face North Central. And then how about this on Wednesday night? Boy, number 4 Cathedral taking on number 3 Lawrence North, followed by Lawrence Central facing Warren Central. The winner of those games will face Friday in the semifinal round. Wow, that's going to be some great action there coming up next week. And on the mats, it was championship night at Bankers Life Fieldhouse Saturday as the lights went down and wrestlers competed for state titles. Despite a limited number of fans, it was still, folks, a special atmosphere for teams and competitors. Here's what we're talking about. Evansville Modern Day is your team champion this season. The Wildcats finished with 112 points, topping runner-up Chesterton and third place Perry Meridian. Several individual champions came from the central Indiana area as well. Congratulations to Alex Cotta here of Perry Meridian, who wins at 113 pounds. At 126, junior Zeke Selzer of Cathedral claims the title. It's his 2nd state championship. And Brownsburg's Kyson Montgomery brings home the 132-pound championship. At 145 pounds, you got Logan Wagner becomes the first Zionsville wrestler to win a state title. Also, Hayden Filipovich wins the first wrestling title for an athlete from Lutheran. He's your champion at 195. And at 220 pounds, Tristan Roman from Bloomington South is your winner. A huge congratulations to all those wrestlers on a fantastic season. Job well done. All right, moving to the pool tonight, and sectionals were held last week in boys swimming with the state finals getting underway with the prelims coming up tomorrow. Consolation and championship finals will take place Saturday at the Natatorium. Carmel will be looking for a 7th straight state title. Several teams around central Indiana added sectional hardware to their trophy cases over the weekend. Congrats to Fishers, Zionsville, Brownsburg, North Central, Mount Vernon, and Franklin. Of course, we will bring you coverage of all the state finals Saturday night with Charlie Clifford, and next week, of course, right here on the Zone Extra. Good luck to all those folks competing there for a state title. All right, time for a break, folks, but we have much more ahead here on the Zone Extra tonight. Up next is the Coach's Corner. His Falcons just finished 3rd in the wrestling state finals over the weekend. Perry Meridian head coach Matt Shutley is in studio tonight. Can't wait to talk to Coach. And still ahead, the Hoosiers picked up their first in-state commit for the class of 2022. CJ Gunn breaks down his decision to commit to IU and much more. That's coming up in our Athlete of the Week segment.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. The Coach's Corner, presented by Junk King.
All right, we're back here on the Zone Extra, everybody. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for our Coach's Corner. His team just wrapped up a third-place finish at last weekend's Wrestling State Finals, sending, though, how about this, 9 wrestlers to the season's final weekend, that is, to state. He spent the past 6 years as head coach and has been with the program for 25 years. Welcome to the Zone Extra, everybody. Perry Meridian wrestling coach Matt Shutley here with us. And, Coach, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us here on the Zone Extra. And during the commercial break, folks, he told me, he goes, you're staying third place too much, AC, too much. Listen, I know you would love to have another state championship, but to see you get 9 players with an opportunity to win a state championship has got to make you feel good, though, right?
It does. I was extremely proud. I mean, at the semi-state level, we had 9 guys wrestling for a chance to make it to the state, and they went 9 for 9. And that's never happened before at Perry Meridian. And, you know, we've had some success, quite a bit, and that's never happened. And then Saturday morning, the quarterfinal round of the state tournament, so we had 6 guys remaining. We went 6 for 6. That's never happened. So extremely proud of the guys, for sure.
Yeah. What is it about this year's team that you really admired the most? Well, I know you got some great leadership, but what was it about these guys that stuck out to you?
Well, for me, I coached a lot of these guys since they've been in diapers. So kind of the culmination of seeing, like Alex Cotty, seeing him win a title. But on the other end, you know, Aiden Warren, I've coached for a really long time. He's kind of heartbroken when he got beat in the semis. But I think just the perseverance, and like all high school athletes have gone through, you know, dealing with COVID, they never missed a beat. So I was really proud of them.
You know, you had so much success there at this school, and it's known for its wrestling as well. What was that like for the students here and for your student athletes when they're out there on the mat? Because they know, listen, we got to get to state. We got to get it done because it's been a tradition for so many years, right? Yes,
agreed. And I've got to give some props to the former head coach, Jimmy Tante. He kind of started this journey.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of pressure on the kids. We talk every day before meet. You know, it's just another wrestling match. I don't care if there's 10,000 people or there's nobody in the stands. It's just a match like you've done it your whole life.
Yeah, the opportunity to be in the state finals, what was it like for you personally to see these kids hard work pay off and get an opportunity to try to win a state championship?
I think that's why you get into coaching, to see those kids reach their dreams. I mean, there's nothing better in coaching.
Yeah, I love it. And I love how they have it set up there with the lights all shining down on the mat. Even though we're dealing with the COVID situation, it still was a wonderful atmosphere there on Saturday night and through the weekend, right?
It was, for sure.
Yeah, take us through that. What was that like? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was there with Alex last year when he won it. But just the energy in the building. Like you said, it wasn't crowded, but there was a lot of energy with people that were there. And it was still got noisy during the matches.
You talk about Alex Cotty. I mean, what a career he's had. 4 state appearances for him, won 2 state championships. I mean, my goodness, talk about leaving a legacy there with Perry Meridian. What's been so unique about this young man?
I just think his dedication, his commitment. I hate to say this for any alumni that are watching, but he's probably the hardest working kid we've ever coached.
Wow, and why is that?
It's just his mentality. Like if you walk in the room, in the wrestling room, and you can tell who Alex Cotty is just by his work ethic, by nothing else. You can just tell.
You can just tell.
Now, I will say this. He got a little banged up a couple of weeks ago, had some knee issues. So he really hasn't practiced for the last couple of weeks. So him being able to still win it is even more impressive.
Well, that says a lot. And let's talk about you. I mean, here you are, what ninth year, I believe, as the head coach there. Sixth year. 25 years, though, just been around wrestling these young people. I mean, what makes you want to stick around and continue to coach these kids, would you say?
That's funny you say that, because there has been some talk of my retirement, but I'm not going anywhere right now. Just a new group. Like, we're losing 6 studs, 6 seniors. But we have a great freshman group that I really like, and I just got rejuvenated on Sunday. I was at a tournament with them, coaching them, and watching them try to reach their dreams. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, that's good news there, and I love how you said they continue to get you fired up, or rejuvenate you as well. And we obviously dealing with the COVID-19, and so I'm so grateful and so thankful. I'm sure you are too, that we got through this season. How challenging was it for you though, and your team?
It was different, for sure. I mean, I would like to say the IHSA, I thought, did a great job getting us through the season, because I'll be honest, when they said, okay, we're going to start, I never thought we would get to this point. But our school administration, my assistant AD and AD are awesome. My freaking principal is a former wrestling coach, so he's all about wrestling.
So he gets it,
So we just had to make sure we were cleaning properly. We had to do smaller group instruction, that kind of thing. But we only had a few issues with contact tracing. So really, we were lucky. There's some other teams, I don't know if you know, that got canceled and shut down during the sectional regional weeks.
Yeah. Well, Coach, look, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
here
for having me. I
on the
appreciate
Zone
it.
Extra. All the best to you and your team, and no retirement. Yeah, you keep doing what you're doing because you're there for the right reason, okay, my man?
appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank
We're going to take a time out. So ahead here on the Zone Extra tonight is our Athlete of the Week. The 4-star prospect out of Lawrence North has his team poised for a nice run in the state tournament. He talks hoops, Hoosiers, and more. That's coming up. Plus, take a look at our game plan we'll have for you coming up tomorrow night on The Zone. We'll take a look at that and more next year.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
We're back here on the Zone Extra as Central Indiana gears up for boys sectionals. We check in with a fan favorite from Class 4A. Third-ranked Lawrence North has a trio of guys who are destined for great careers at the next level. And tonight, our Olivia Ray has more with the one of them, C.J. Gunn, our Athlete of the Week.
That's really neat. We've had a couple other players that go down to IU, and I go down and watch them a lot. And it's just always fun to see a kid stay home.
The next homegrown Hoosier is now loading here at Lawrence North. The Wildcats standout junior shooting guard C.J. Gunn becomes the first class of 2022 commit for Indiana and is now the 10th in-state product that Archie Miller has brought on board. Because, well, there's no place like home.
It's exciting just to even put on the Indiana jersey and represent where I grew up and where I came from. Go Hoosiers. And I just feel like being in the same atmosphere where my family support can be there in a few years. I feel like that's big, and I'm just excited to get down there.
But Gunn isn't just hanging around because it feels right. He's staying here because he belongs. The 6'5", 4-star recruit can drive to the rim and defend at a high level, but the most important need he addresses for IU.
He's a very good shooter. Can't let him open, so that means you're not going to zone us. That means you're going to man us.
I feel like I excel as a big guard who can score all three levels and also play on both sides of the ball.
Gunn has a long way to go before he gets to the next level, but for now, he's in the perfect place to soak in all of the Hoosier Hoops traditions.
I think Coach Kiefer did a great job accepting me in my sophomore year and just teaching me to not only love the game but live the game. So I feel like he's done a great job of that, and I think next year he's going to keep developing me to play more college-style basketball. And I just think I just want to make him proud and make my teammates proud.
And the state can't wait to watch CJ rock that cream and crimson. Olivia Ray, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
All right, Olivia, thanks a lot. Time for a break, folks, but much more still to come here on Zone Extra, including our play of the week. Plus, we look ahead to a great Friday night of basketball in the Zone next.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Back here on the Zone Extra, now it's time to take a look at our play of the week, and we want you to get involved. We will tell you how your video can be featured on a future show. But first, here is that top play of the week. Saturday night at Marion High School, Jalen Blackman from half court banks it in to beat the buzzer. Another look at it again. You see it there. My. Great shot from the senior. Our crews out covering high school sports see a lot of great action, folks, but we want to see your best plays every week, too. Your video could be featured on a future edition of the Zone Extra as our play of the week. Here's what you got to do. Tweet us a video or a great play from a high school sporting event you are attending using the hashtag #ZoneExtra. Tune in on Thursday night to see if your submission becomes our play of the week. And Mighty TV, Channel 23 is your local home for high school sports. Coming up tomorrow night, we've got a good one for you. Avon getting set to battle against Danville. That's coming up Friday, 7:30. Mighty TV, Channel 23, the place to be for high school basketball. And it's a big night of high school hoops across Central Indiana as the boys bring their regular season to a close. We have you covered on the Zone tomorrow night at 11:08. Let's take a look at our games. We'll have for you some of the feature matchups for you. Ron Colley against Buff, Ben Davis taking on Tech, got Whiteland against Beech Grove, and Greenwood against New Pal, and Cardinal Ritter against Tri-West. That and more scores and highlights 11:08 coming up tomorrow night right here on Wish TV. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching the Zone Extra here on Wish TV. We will see you back here next week, 7 o'clock here for more coverage on the Zone.